Morning, everybody. Let's see, where am I at? I am in Sigurd, Utah. I'm on 70 eastbound. I'm 478 miles to my first stop in Brighton, Colorado. With this ELD changeover and me having to sit, you know, it's not going to be delivered. It's not going to be delivered till Monday morning. But it's Monday through Friday. Was it 7 to noon and 1 to 3? First come, first serve. Well, looks like I'll be there about 6 o'clock tonight, so no reason to push. I figured I'd do a little bit more today, call it quits, maybe pull into somewhere that's nice and scenic, you know, so maybe I can go on a hike or something. And as long as I pull in tomorrow by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because I'll just do another restart, this will ensure me that I have the hours I need to, well, I'm going to deliver my last load in Kansas City. Of course, Colorado, Kansas City is not that far away, but from Kansas City to South Carolina to go home for my home time, because, I'm pushing about a month and a half out. But yeah, I stopped in yesterday, got my truck washed. It's all nice and clean now. I've been trying to keep it, you know, go into the Blue Beacon once a week, but it's not that I don't have the funds, it's I don't have the time. So I had the extra time yesterday because I knew I wasn't going to make the 3 o'clock deadline on Friday. And if I could make it, like by 2:30, I wouldn't have any hours left to do anything with. And now with this new ELD mandate they have that we're on, I'm 3 to 5 mile an hour and I'm on drive. So I can't really creep anywhere. So it is what it is. Ugh. And I kind of got on my boss's ass yesterday. I was really frustrated when I pulled in yesterday because you know, nobody knows how to work this system. Even my manager doesn't know how to work the system. And you know, we're fighting back and forth. You know, I'm trying to figure out how to log on or flag something on duty for fuel. You know, you got to flag your fueling and you got to be on duty. Well, there was a bunch of conversation back and forth, and you got to do this, you got, oh no, that's not it. Oh well, dude, just go off duty real quick, and it ended up being where I accidentally hit fueling, but I was off duty, and that's a huge violation. That's a logbook violation because you're supposed to be on duty while you're fueling. Well, he said, I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure it out too. You know, we're all new to this system and blah, 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 blah. And I'll just give me a call later and I'll fix it on your logs. I'm like, okay. So I tried calling him yesterday, no answer. I said, don't forget to fix my fuel stop. It's off duty. It needs to be on duty. Well, he never did it. Well, yes, last night when I pulled in the system, you know, when I woke up that morning, I did my pre-trip like you're supposed to. Well, there was no post-trip on this. So you go to your DVIR, and all that you see was pre-trip. So I texted him, I'm like, man, this system won't let me do a damn post-trip. I am so sick and tired of this crap already, right? He's like, I have it disabled. And I'm like, why the hell do you have post-trip disabled? He said, well, I was talking to the guy, the main guy at Omnitrax, and he says as long as you don't leave your truck, you don't need to do a post-trip. And I'm like, dude, you have to do a pre-trip and a post-trip. I mean, so you're telling me I don't need to do a pre-trip because I don't leave my truck? What kind of... I said, I've never heard that before. That don't make no damn sense. So I said, you need to turn that shit back on. I know damn well you're supposed to do a damn post-trip, man. I mean, he used to be a driver. And then he moved into the office to be a DM. He knows damn well you're supposed to do a damn post-trip. So he enabled it back again. And then I was able to do my post-trip. I was just so frustrated, man. I mean, it's just, it shouldn't be that damn complicated, right? And the other thing, I kind of ripped his butt yesterday, or last night too, at the end of our conversation, but I just did it in a text because we already hung up. And I said, you know, I wish you guys there in the office had decided to learn how to do this system and how everything works before you even considered bringing it up to the drivers and making us do the switch. I don't care. I'm a company driver. You guys want to switch to fucking whatever else? I don't care. It's up to you. But you should at least make sure you know how to run that system before you tell your drivers to install it. Because I'm trying to figure out how to use it. He doesn't know how to use it. We're all trying to figure out how to use it at once. I said, that's not going to fly, man. We're not in a classroom. We're not going back to the motel. I said, dude, I'm out here on the road, you know? I mean, come on. But, you know, and this morning, I realized he still didn't fix my fuel stop. So I'm texting him. Finally, he never responded. I said, well, no, he responded once, and he said quiet. That's all he said was quiet. Like he's telling me to shut up. Of course I'm going to call him up. Because technically, if I go down the road and I get pulled over for just a simple level 3 inspection, which would be a logbook inspection, and they're going to be like, hey, you logged off duty on fuel. Why is that? I don't know, officer, because I don't know how to work the system. And my driver manager and our company doesn't either. That's not going to fly. They're not going to care what excuse I give them. It's the driver's fault. Because you are in charge. Period. They made that law established a long time ago. You cannot blame your company anymore. You cannot blame your DM, your dispatcher, or anything. It is your responsibility to know the law and follow the law. And if you decide to break the law and run anyways, it's on you. Okay, that being said, I call him up. Like, listen, man. He was like, you need to quit busting my balls about this. I said, no. Hold on. I said, my fuel stop, because he thought I was talking about fuel receipts. He said, that doesn't need to be logged on duty. I said, no, I'm talking about the fuel stop, the purchase. When you're fueling, it needs to be on duty. It got put on off duty by accident, and I cannot edit that because it's a fuel purchase. He was like, oh, I thought you were talking about the receipts. I was like, no, man, talking about the fuel stop, because I wasn't going to leave. I was like, dude, I'm sitting here. And that's exactly what I put in the text. I said, I'm sitting here until you get off your ass and do your job and correct what you said you were going to correct yesterday, because we both don't know what's going on yet with this new system. So it was just a big misunderstanding, but still, it's just like, God almighty. So now, ever since he enabled the post-trip inspection, I don't have a trailer on here. All it says that I have a tractor. So when I pull in today, I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna have to do a post-trip inspection on a trailer to add a trailer. It's just been a nightmare. And you know, and like I told them last night, I really wish you guys would have learned how to use this system before you even decided to switch the drivers over to it, because it sure would have been nice to call you up with a question and you'd be like, oh yeah, that's how you do that. Or here, let me walk you through this. Oh, it's real easy, man. It was complicated at first until you understand it. Let me explain it to you. There's none of that. It's like, I don't know. We're all learning it at the same time. And it's like, ah! I'm not saying it's going to be a... Hey, damn bird wouldn't get out of the road. I mean, a big bird, too. I'm not saying it's a bad system. It's just an unfamiliar system. And there is one thing that I don't like, is when you're doing your pre-trip, you know, our company requires 15 minutes pre-trip and 15 minutes post-trip. So there's not a countdown for that. It just says total time on duty for the whole day. So you gotta, I guess, remember how much time you had left or whatever, and then subtract. I don't know. It's really, the whole system, I don't know, it's kind of, like I said, it's different. There's some features I really don't like about it. But what do? I'll just have to learn it, you know. They finally PDF filed me the damn handbook, and I'm supposed to have a hard copy of it, which I don't, because he didn't have the brains enough to fucking send it to me while I was waiting on the hardware to install. You'd think, hey, I'm sending this driver new hardware for a new Eld system so we can switch over. How about I send him the hard copy of the manual? That one skipped his little brain cell. That's okay. If you've seen the guy, you'd understand. He's a little special in that part. Now we're in Salina, Utah. Sever County. We're in the mountains, 70. It's pretty. Isn't it, Roxy? Like I said, I only got 460 something miles to go now, and it's 10 o'clock. Says my ETA is about 5:36. So we're just gonna take her easy. Of course, you know, I'd rather deliver today. That means I can hightail it to Kansas City on Monday and get a load going home. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I can't do nothing about it. Life's little stressors you try not to let stress you, but this one here really peaked me out yesterday. I ain't been that stressed in a long time. Glad it's not snowing. It is October. It's 63 degrees out. I was up in the mountains probably about 100 miles ago, 90 miles ago. And it was like 45. I was, 7,500 feet above sea level. That high above and still only being 45, 50 degrees. We're in good shape. But yeah, when I pull over, I'm gonna undo this camera from the dash, take it out, show you guys the cable reels I have, and how everything's chained down. Oh. Yeah. Man, my lips have been dry. Dry, 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 dry. But yeah, I want to try to plan my park somewhere. You know, I like to get to a Flying J or pilot it so I can take a shower for free. But then be around somewhere where I can venture out too, because I'll have time. Me and my dog take a backpack and maybe go through hiking or something through the mountains or some kind of trails. If they have any trails, I don't know. Maybe I'll make my own trail. But real beautiful country out here though. I like it. It's a cold son of a bitch in the winter though. Woo! Huh. And when I get home, I need to get me some kind of different insulated boots and some insulated coveralls. I don't have any of that. Last winter I was out, I didn't have any, and I was in some places that were windy, man, blizzardy, cold, trying to tarp or chain or untarp or unchain or strap, and just freezing my webbles off, man. So I'm gonna try to be a little bit more prepared this winter for it. But son of a bitch. But yeah, as soon as I pull in, I'll unmount this camera and show you guys what's going on with the trailer. What's on the trailer. Till then. Oops. Oh, am I recording? Okay. Hey guys. This is my load. Cable coils, copper and aluminum. So all those go to Colorado. These two up front go to Kansas City, Kansas. I pretty much just got 2 chains on the rear. One chain for every one, and then 2 chains up front. Let me go find my dog. Or she ends up off a cliff or something. That wouldn't be good. That would be very, very sad. What you doing, baby girl? This is Devil's Viewpoint. The other viewpoint we have is on the other side, but I'm just following her right now. It's crazy out. I think I got like a sinus. Are you pooping? Alright. We're on the other side now. Holy moly. Get over here.